What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I am at a Goodwill. We are out thrifting once again, checking the shelves for treasure, things I can buy and sell on eBay, Amazon, wherever. And I'm in the toys now of a Goodwill, and I'm seeing some Imaginext stuff, some board games, and pretty much every category of toys like that has something worth picking up. It's just good to know. Even garbage trucks. What is it? I think it's Brooder. Don't quote me on that. Might be the name. I can't remember. I always look at them because some of those can be $50, $60. That brand, they also make fire trucks, I believe. It's a brand I recently learned about, so I am keeping an eye out for those. And I'm just stepping back here. There's a lot to look at here in the toys. See if I see any board games or anything special. Over here too, just look at all this Halloween stuff. Just an insane amount. And I do some digging, and I do find this Lego Technic set. It is opened. It's got quite a bit of pieces in there. I don't know if it's complete or not, but it's like $1.99, which is really good for Lego at Goodwill. So I move on over to the next aisle. Appliances, electronics, stuff like that. Looking for, VCRs, combo units, any sort of great electronic and typewriters, anything like that that can be sold on eBay. Here is, I'm not even sure what that was. I decided I didn't want it though, and there's one of those back massagers which actually are quite nice. I have one, and checking to see if that's Department 56 or anything like that. Some of those are good, of course, and you might see some stuff there that's pretty good looking if you're watching the video, but the prices are really high at that Goodwill. So I checked out the stuff, not really worth picking up. At this Goodwill, we got a new cart that came out, and we got some new lighting here. This Kichler stuff, I believe that comes from Lowe's mostly. It was not worth picking out. $12.99, unfortunately, so ended up passing on that. And I did find this though. This is one of those Mr. Coffee Tea Maker pictures. I've been finding a lot recently. I recently picked one up for $5 at Goodwill, and this one was $5. And I said, wow, that's just too much. But all of those were just priced high, like $6, $7 for some just basic plastic pitchers. Just kind of crazy they're pricing them that high. But you know what? That one's special. I can make some money on it, so I'll pay the $5, I guess. So pictures, yeah, I don't find a lot of pictures to sell, that's for sure. But I like to check them out every now and then. And unfortunately, at this Goodwill, I found a lot of decent stuff. Here's one of them, these pumpkins, like I don't know if they're vintage, but they were priced great, was why I bought them. The pumpkin string legs, I think they're $6.99 for all those in the box. But, I don't know what happened to the footage. I picked up some decent stuff in this Goodwill. You'll be seeing in the haul part, but it amazes me every time. It just seems like some of my footage just disappears. I don't know why. Just one of those things with recording, I guess. I like to have the stuff recorded I find in Goodwill because, there's always the doubters who, claim I don't actually find this stuff in Goodwill. I think there's enough of footage to prove that I do find this stuff in Goodwill, though. Here is a jacket, brand new with tags I found in Goodwill. Just came out on a rack. What did I pay for that? Jacket price at Goodwill right now is like $6.99 or something like that, I guess. Checking out some of these shoes to see if there's anything I want to pick up. Got some pretty good shoe deals today. Here are some Under Armour shoes, and I might be sleeping on Under Armour shoes. I looked up a couple in the past. I'm like, oh, these suck. But you know what? I think I'm going to start looking them up again because I do see that some of them are valuable, certain models. So KitchenAid coffee maker here at the thrift store. It was $5. I grabbed it when I first came in. I saw it and I'm like, ooh, that could be good. Wanted to swoop it up because stuff at this thrift store does not last long. There are always people here because the prices are so great. People are buying stuff immediately like that. So it's probably just put out, I would say, within the last 15 minutes for sure. Not a great model or anything, but I decided to grab it anyway. So I can make a little bit of money on it. KitchenAid stuff, even some of the lower end KitchenAid products, there's still a market for them if you're getting them cheap enough. So, did I call that a blender or a mixer? If I said mixer, I meant blender. I always call the blenders mixers and vice versa, coffee makers. I call them different things. So yeah, it is a coffee maker, not a blender or a mixer. So toys, nothing here. Here's a Tripoli game though. I don't want that one. There's only certain ones of those I like to pick up that have good ranks on Amazon, that have listings on Amazon, because that's usually where I get the best money. And board games here, 25 cents, it still could be worth picking up, right? When board games are 25 cents, there's a lot you can buy to make money on eBay or Amazon. I'm more selective with that stuff because it takes time to count the pieces and deal with it all. So, I like to have a bit better board games. Kids' shoes, I pick them up every now and then. I picked up a pair of Merrell kids' shoes recently. There's some Jordan shoes I pick up every now and then that are youth, kid size. If they're larger, youth size, and a lot of women will still buy them because they fit them. So they can definitely be worth picking up. When they're like toddler sizes, there's just not a lot of money in them unless you're getting them cheap. Plush, just checking it out. Dolls, I didn't see anything at this thrift store. I'm checking out their toy area, and I see this brand new sealed little bag of Legos for $1. I'll buy that. I can make a little bit of money on that. Sealed Lego all day. I'll pick that up for $1. Doesn't really matter what it is. Here's, what was that sealed there? A little Etch-a-Sketch or something? Not sure what that was. Got a box of random stuff in here. It looks like McDonald's toys. I think these were like, Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy or something. Toys, yeah. McDonald's stuff, not good. I should go through those kids' books a little bit more. Maybe there's some good stuff in there. Here's a Barbie. What is it? A yacht, I guess, cruise ship. Probably not worth anything. I just usually pass on stuff like that unless it's in good condition and got accessories. Books, puzzles, more of that kind of stuff. They don't put a lot of stuff out at this thrift store. It's just a small little church thrift store. But every now and then you can find some really good stuff. So I like to come in. Not much Halloween stuff left, that's for sure. But I'm going to head on over to another Goodwill I'm sourcing now. And we're looking at the shoes. And yeah, what do we got here? Some white shoes. Here are some shoes that I pull out. Didn't really think they were anything. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's the Jumpman. Are these Jordans? I'm like, oh, these are gotta be fake, right? But you know what? They seem to be real. Just sitting here on the shelf for $4.99, not priced up. And I see some other shoes down here, some Nike volleyball shoes, and they're clean. And I've had some luck with these Nike volleyball shoes. They're not big money, $20, $25, sometimes $30 depending on the model. So at $4.99 I picked those up. I got these $6.99 Carolina Lightning shoes I found, and they're $5.99. They're in good condition. I just kind of bought them because I remember selling a pair and them doing well. At least I thought. I honestly don't remember. Not as good as I remember, but still I should make some money on them at some point. No work involved really since they're clean. Shelves are looking a little light here, so let's come out here and we'll look at the shelves, see if I can find any glorious treasure. Up here is a Black & Decker, what is it, like a battery charger, battery jump starter. It's been opened and it was priced up a little bit. It wasn't worth picking up. And what else? Some small appliances, some stuff in bags. Here's a Barbie phone. And I'm like, hey, is this actually vintage? I see the Marshall's tag. I'm like, yeah, probably not. No, it's not. Just like a reproduction or whatever. Price kind of high too by Goodwill. Box beat up. Not worth it. Down here, the rotisserie thing down there is actually kind of worth picking up if it was priced cheaper. They do sell for around $75. Here's a JanSport bag. and it's got my attention. It's like, hey, this is in good condition, unique. Some of these JanSport bags do well. I looked it up, and I'm like, hey, actually, they're selling quite nice. So went ahead and grabbed this for $5.99, $6.99. I don't remember exactly, but I got it. This is a Disney's Incredible backpack, which I'm not interested in. I don't think it has much value. Books, I'm always looking for those. Stephen King vintage books do very well on those. Godfather Returns, I didn't even know that was a thing. The original Godfather book is pretty good. Here's The Hobbit. I looked it up. That Hobbit book, it's just like the 10th or 12th printing, just not really worth any money. So I put that back on the shelf. I would love to find a complete set, of The Hobbit and Lord of the Ring. Like a really nice book set would be nice. I don't see those books very often in the wild though. But you know what? I did find some amazing things today, and I'm going to show you right now what they are. Check it out. Here is the haul. Got some really cool items here. We'll start back here with the KitchenAid coffee maker I got at the thrift store. See, I paid $5 for it. Just went ahead and grabbed it. I could probably sell just the coffee pot alone and make good profit on it. This is not a super good model. Some KitchenAid stuff is just amazing. I'd probably sell this for about $30 plus shipping though. They also got on here that it works, so I'm assuming they tested it. But if it happens not to work, like I said, the coffee pot can be sold. Here's one of these iced tea Mr. Coffee pitchers that I buy, and I buy these. I sell them for, I think the last one I sold was red. I sold it for about 20 plus shipping. Might have even been 22. But you know what? This is the second one I've found recently that's actually priced $4.99, and I'm like, are they pricing these because they know that they sell? But I checked all the other like generic pitchers. They were like $6, $7. I'm like, Goodwill, what are you doing just pricing these things that much? Like someone who just wants a pitcher, they can probably just go to like Dollar General or something, right? And get one for a couple bucks, I would imagine. But this one's special. It goes with a Mr. Coffee, and it was priced lower than some of the other cheap ones. So I'll price it, $20 plus shipping. It will sell. Below it's a really good pickup, this Smart Sketcher. And I've found vintage like projector sketching things in the past. What do they call it? Just like tracer or something. I sold one for like 30 plus shipping. This newer one, I honestly didn't think it would be worth picking up, but I checked Amazon first and they were selling new for $136. No one had any used on there. I'm like, oh boy, let's check eBay and see what's going on. Looked like new, they were selling for between 75, 110, pre-owned, I don't remember exactly, 30, 40 bucks. However, it looks like this one is new. I opened the box and it's packed in there just like it's new. I'll have to do a little bit more investigating just to make sure. I don't know if I'll sell it on Amazon or eBay yet. The box is in pretty good condition, just got that little bit of corner wear on there. It still might be good to send in as new open box on Amazon. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Either way, if I paid $10, it's going to be good profit. So here's just some, Lego. I think these are vintage. There's quite a bit in there. $1.99 at that price. I'm definitely picking up. I don't expect this to be a complete set or anything like that. So like, even if it was, it's not worth a whole lot of money, maybe 25, 30 bucks. I'm just going to put these with the rest of my loose Legos. So these are pretty cool, actually. These Life magazines from 1945. They're in pretty good condition. There were 2 bundles. And you see there's quite a bit here. 2 bundles. One was priced $4.99. The other didn't have a price on it. So they just charged me $4.99 for that. So I couldn't really look at all of them, but I kind of noticed, hey, they're all kind of from 1945. I did a quick search on eBay, sorted by highest price, saw that this is the year that the iconic Times Square kiss photo is in one of these magazines, and that particular magazine sells for, in good condition, about 75 bucks alone. So I was hoping that that was in here. However, it is not, but there were a couple good ones. I think the Winston Churchill was like $20, $25 in good condition. And then, I don't know, there was a couple others that were about 20 bucks. And yeah, pretty good stuff. It's, World War II era. It's got some iconic stuff in here. If they were 1944, there'd probably be some better ones, but there's just a few of them there. Pretty cool stuff. I flipped through some of them. A lot of cigarette ads. Just everyone was smoking cigarettes, I think, at this time. Actually, I think this one was about $25 or $30 I remember seeing on there. June 4th, 1945. 2-year subscription, $8.50. Good deal, that's for sure. But I don't know how I'm going to sell these yet. I'll probably just lot them all together and do an auction. I got $10 into them. It's probably better than just, I don't know, I might list a couple of them by themselves. I love pickups like this, like filters. Why are they so exciting, Wick? They're not that exciting. They're just easy to list, easy to sell, and especially when they're good ones, they're good profits. I paid $5.99 for a bag of these. You see the boxes are all beat up, but the filters inside are sealed. See, Sears were selling them for $35 at one point. There's only one listed currently on eBay, and there's probably a dozen or more comps for that. That just shows that there's a ton of demand and not enough supply. I'm going to come in at least $40 a piece on these, and these will definitely sell. People are going to need these for their Kenmore unit. They're probably hard to find at this point. They might be discontinued. I can tell you a story. One time I found some company online selling a bunch of Whirlpool filters that were discontinued, and I was buying, I think I bought a couple hundred of those, and I paid about $13 a piece, the bulk price, and I was selling them on Amazon for about $65 a piece. That was before Whirlpool restricted their brand name, but made a few $1,000s on that, just being aware of discontinued products and being able to find them. So here are some shoes, and pretty good shoe deals today. $1 is what I paid for these Merrell shoes at the thrift, and they're in pretty good condition, just a little dirty. I've sold this style of Merrells before. I get about $30 plus shipping for them. At $1, I'm definitely making money on those. And here's some Jordans. I did not expect to find these. I saw them and I just kind of pulled them out to take a look. They just looked cheap. And then I saw the Jumpman. I'm like, oh, these fake Jordans? I'm like, wait a minute. I looked at the tag, like, these look legit. Looked them up, and sure enough, they seem to be actual Jordans. And the reason I didn't think they were, they got a cheap look to them. They got a cheap feel to them. So I was thinking maybe they're counterfeit, but I looked at all the other listings that were selling them, big shoe sellers and stuff like that would know. And I can't see any difference. So they seem to be good, and they weren't priced up. So I paid $5 for them. It seems like they were selling between $75 and $100 now. I don't remember exactly, but it's a nice pair to pick up. I also saw these Nike. I rushed to when I saw them because I thought maybe they were good. I actually should be able to sell these for like $25-$30 plus shipping. They're in great condition. And then for $6.99, I picked up these Carolina Lightning shoes. They're like work shoes, and I bought a pair of these maybe a couple years ago now. They were more like boots, and I remember them doing very well. Maybe not very well, like $50-$60 range. So with these being as clean as they were, I just grabbed them. Was lazy, I didn't look them up. They're not as great, this pair, as I thought. I figured, I'd be selling these for $40-$50. But honestly, I'd probably sell these for about $25 plus shipping. I think they will sell though, but $7 into them, it's not a huge amount of profit, but I'll still take it because they're clean. There's no work involved, but between all the shoes here, added up, it's good profit. Got this at the thrift store, some sealed Legos, just Lego Friends. They were $1. I picked them up. You know what? Selling these on Amazon, I'll make $8, so that's pretty good return on my investment. So it has been a long time since I got one of these. I paid $15 for this Sony High 8 camcorder, handy cam. Some of these Sony ones are really good money. Even pre-owned can get to around $300 profit. It's got the charger and a couple batteries in there. Who knows if the batteries will hold a charge. You got what is this? Oh, just like a training video or something. Kind of interesting. It's the first time I've come across one of those. Got a decent case, not Sony official, but I'll take it. I'll help to sell. But it looked like working, and with the battery and charger and everything, probably about $130 at least. I got a couple of these Rappels. I don't recall ever seeing these before. It looks like something you put on your wrist and you can talk to other people with these. I don't know. Some obscure toy that probably didn't do too well. They were $1 a piece. I just kind of grabbed them. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll lot them together. And that's probably what I'll do. I'll lot them together for like 15 or $20. I'll make a little bit of money on them. So here are some of these Halloween string lights, pumpkins, and I was pretty excited when I first saw this because they're $6.99, and I wasn't sure, what year they're coming from because, 1960s, certain Halloween string lights from that time period. This box would probably be like $500 or $600 worth of string lights. These do seem to be newer. I don't know how new though. It's just hard to say. There's some like witch ones in there as well. But just like 20 of these pumpkins, I can probably sell for 20 bucks. So there's probably like at least 4 sets in there. The witches maybe about the same. So I think there'd be at least $75 profit in this box. And unfortunately, it's probably a little bit too late for me to sell these this year. People are not buying Halloween stuff right now, but still I can get them listed and eventually people will buy them next year. And then these 2 items are actually pretty nice. You got this vintage, what is that? Duxbach? I don't know how you pronounce that. I mean, it's got a duck on it, so I'm assuming the DUX is Duxbach. It is new with tags though, which is nice. It came out in a Goodwill cart before I left a store. Canvas, vintage, like Detroit style, barn jacket, whatever you want to call it. These kind of jackets sell pretty good. I saw 2 comps for this exact one. I think one sold for like 35, one sold for like 48, and that was pre-owned. So I might try to get $60 or $70 for it. I got like $6 into it, so it's gonna be some good profit on that. Then I paid $7 for this Jan Sport, like leopard cheetah print, whatever it is, and I saw a couple comps for this looking good. $35 pre-owned. I mean, this is in very good condition. It's got kind of like a furry feel to it, or maybe it's just my mind thinking it's furry because the way it looks. It's more like some weird vinyl. But I will make some profit on it, it looks like, so I picked it up. But there it is, everybody. That is the haul for today. Got some cool items, some good profit items. It's going to add up. If you would do me the favor of hitting the like button, leave me a comment if you can. It helps the video, and I really do appreciate it. Just let me know what you're finding out there. I love to hear what people are finding at Goodwill, garage sales, flea markets, wherever you're sourcing. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.